Hey, my name is Shalimar Green. This video is to satisfy my week 3 assignment titled The Performing Arts and Inspiration for the course Arts 100. Facilitator is Kimberly Michelle, and the assignment had 2 options, option A or B. I chose option A, which was to select one musical piece of work of my own preference and style and compare it to a work from the classical era of music. The classical piece that I chose was a piece composed and performed by, not necessarily performed, but a piece written by Gustav Mahler in the 1900s, who was a very well-known Austrian composer. The name of the piece is I Am Lost to the World, and I will play a little bit of it for you here. As you can see, there is women singing lyrics in the background. Very classic, very romantical. And the second piece that I chose was something more along my personal tastes. The writer and the performer of this piece is an artist by the name of Lauryn Hill, definitely more contemporary. The name of the piece is Just Like Water, and I will play a little bit of it now. So the assignment is to kind of describe both these pieces and compare them together. So discussing rhythm, for example, in the first piece for Mahler, you can hear that the regulated successions are a little softer in the beginning, and then once we start hearing the vocals of the female performer, you can feel it get a little stronger, just as in the rhythm for the Lauryn Hill piece. You hear it starting more weakly, and then it kind of the rhythm actually stays constant during it. And then if you listen to the piece by Lauryn Hill a little further in, you'll hear that the rhythm gets a little stronger throughout the piece. Melody for both pieces are definitely, you hear the voice, the different musical tones that you can kind of hear in the Mahler piece. You definitely are being lulled by just the musical part of it, and then the vocals hit. And so the melody, the voice is one single entity that kind of calls your attention to it, as well as the Lauryn Hill piece. The vocals, in the song definitely lead the listener to believe that the musical tones that are being played create that kind of storyline that we kind of perceive, which is called melody. Harmony, both the pitches and the chords played in the Lauryn Hill song, as opposed to the lack of chords in the Mahler piece. It's definitely two different pieces. You can hear just, string instruments in the Lauryn Hill version as opposed to the, orchestra playing in the Mahler piece. As far as tonality, different pitches that are arranged in order to make the piece come together with stability. You can really see the hear the difference from one piece to another. Obviously, in the classical era, it was more music that would be played well within the orchestra, because usually music, if it wasn't piano, wasn't just one sole performer or artist, while in the Lauryn Hill or in many of single performers, it's just their voice, and in this case for the Lauryn Hill piece, just guitar and voice. And then texture, just all together of both pieces. As far as the Mahler pieces, you can just hear it kind of combined very well. The overall quality of the piece, because it was mostly done in live performances, is obviously always going to be better, clearer, and even touch the audience more. And then as far as the texture and the overall quality of the Lauryn Hill piece, thanks to technology and how the audience can listen to the music and how clear the frequency is, you can really say that there's a good overall quality, even if you're not listening to a contemporary piece live. And then form, the last element here that we're to cover. It's more of the contrast within it. Each stanza, and obviously for me in the classical piece by Mahler's a little harder to understand, whereas in the Lauryn Hill piece I personally enjoy it, so I think it resonates well. The basic structures I can kind of understand better and value better, so I think that the overall form of both is very well played, but to my personal liking, more of that. The overall inspiration description for the work would be for Mahler, him going through a very rough time. Lost to the world could mean many things. He was obviously a Jewish man in a society, in many societies, always kind of seen the Jewish people as almost a scapegoat in certain countries. So, his piece being lost to the world might have, had something to do with that. While Lauryn Hill, the description for her inspiration is, knowing what I know from the artist, kind of more referring to a spiritual bond between her and who she believes her maker is. Both musical works are beautiful as far as communicating to me in terms of mood. The Mahler piece is a little bit more blue, a little bit more sad, to put it simply, while the Lauryn Hill piece, it's a little bit more inspirational, just something to kind of let you know, make you feel as if security, if anything, a little safe, calm piece. And then some of the artistic influences that are evident in each musical piece, I believe, is that artistic sense of something greater, maybe even existentialism, knowing that there's something bigger than you, an outside influence in the world. And I hope that artists continue to inspire people through their works of art, whether it be in music or in performing arts and visual arts. And I thank you for your time.